Welcome to this week's devotional. My name is Nick, and I'm the associate pastor here at Fort St. John Alliance Church. And I'm glad to be here sharing with you a bit of a devotional thought as we enter into this Advent season. And just a reminder for you that Advent is about preparing yourself for the arrival of Christ. Just as in the scriptures show, Jesus being born, we prepare for that, but we also prepare for his second coming as well as Christians. As I was thinking about what to share with you this week, I recently got a new Advent book. It's called Watch for the Light, Readings for Advent and Christmas. And it's a collection of essays and poems by different Christian writers and thinkers. And so I just want to share a bit of a snippet from this book of a devotional thought, and it's by the author of this specific one is J.B. Phillips, who is an Anglican priest in the early 1900s, lived his life through World War I, and during World War II, he began to translate the Bible into more modern English because he realized that young people in his church couldn't really understand the Old English version. And so this is some of his thoughts around Christmas, and it's titled The Dangers of Advent. And so I'm just going to read 2 paragraphs for you. I think it's really speaking to me, and I hope that it will speak to you as well. The particular danger which faces us as Christmas approaches is unlikely to be contempt for the sacred season. But nevertheless, our familiarity with it may easily produce in us a kind of indifference. The true wonder and mystery may leave us unmoved. Familiarity may easily blind us to the shining fact that lies at the heart of Christmastide. We are all aware of the commercialization of Christmas. We can hardly help being involved in the frantic busyness of buying and sending gifts and cards. We shall without doubt enjoy the carols, the decorations, the feasting and jollification, the presents, the parties, the dancing, and the general atmosphere of goodwill that almost magically permeates the days of Christmas. But we may not always see clearly that so much decoration and celebration has been heaped upon the festival that the historic fact upon which all the rejoicing is founded has almost been smothered out of existence. What we are in fact celebrating is the awe-inspiring humility of God, and no amount of familiarity with the trappings of Christmas should ever blind us to its quiet but explosive significance. For Christians believe that so great is God's love and concern for humanity that he himself became a man. Amid the sparkle and the color and music of the day's celebration, we do well to remember that God's insertion of himself into human history was achieved with an almost frightening quietness and humility. There was no advertisement, no publicity, no special privilege. In fact, the entry of God into his own world was almost heartbreakingly humble. In sober fact, there is little romance or beauty in the thought of a young woman looking desperately for a place where she could give birth to her first baby. I do not think for a moment that Mary complained, but it is a bitter commentary upon the world that no one would give up a bed for the pregnant woman, and that the Son of God must be born in a stable. And it's true. I mean, what he was saying however many decades ago still rings true, and maybe even in fact more true for us. How often do we lose sight of the mystery and the wonder of God with us in breaking into this world, dwelling among his people, and in a heartbreaking, humble way. And so the challenge, I think, for you and I as a church body is to take that time to slow down and think about the mystery and the wonder and the beauty of this Christmas season. To take the time and read the story. You can read in Luke about the birth of Christ and just how it all unfolds. And it truly is remarkable to think that this was God's plan for us. This was the hope that he wanted to give us. And it comes in such a humble fashion to us. So may you, during this season, take the time to slow down. Take the time to read scripture, read a devotional, just something to get your mind thinking about Advent in a different way, to prepare our hearts for the one who is coming again. May you and I know the true beauty of Christmas this season. Blessings with you.